Am I good? Hey y'all, welcome back for those of you who have stuck around this long, and if you are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Sofia Divene, and today is going to be a video all about lip fillers. So these bad boys here, yep, believe it or not, they are not natural. So I did get a lot of questions, but they were just kind of like reoccurring questions, so I just combined them all. But I'm pretty much gonna hit everybody's point. So let's just get started. All right, so first question is it permanent or is this a continuous procedure? This is a continuous procedure. This is the second time I have gotten my lips done. So this isn't something that you can it's just like a one and done thing and you're like beautiful full lips forever. Unfortunately, you are going to have to upkeep it, but the good thing is if you don't end up liking it, then at least you know that it'll go away. Question number 2 is how long does it last? So this one is actually a bit of a tricky question because it really all depends on your body. If you have a fast metabolism, it'll be somewhere around 6 to 9 months. And if you have a bit of a slower metabolism, I believe it can go up to a year. Third question is recovery time. It's a little bit different for me both times. The very first time, this is considered a no downtime procedure, which means it's not super invasive. They're not cutting you open. You don't need to rest for a certain amount of time. What you will experience though is you will get bruising and swelling, so you're gonna look really crazy at first. I remember my second day I was like, oh my god, what did I do to myself? Because my lips were so swollen, it was ridiculous. I took a picture as soon as I woke up and I sent it to my friends, and they all thought, I don't even know what they thought. They were just confused, like, why are they that big? So just expect you might have a little bit of bruising, a little bit of swelling, but you can get up and go out and do whatever you need to do. And right now, if you want to do it, probably be the best time because you have to wear a mask everywhere anyway, so nobody's going to be able to see that. For you to be able to fully see the results, it'll take about 2 weeks. The first day you'll be okay. Throughout the day it'll start to swell up. Second day is probably the worst. And then throughout that time you'll get a little bit of bruising. I didn't get too bad. I'll try to fit in some clips from my previous video on how bad it was. This is pretty much where she injected the most. So, but it honestly wasn't bad at all. So question number 4 was pain level. Did it hurt? All right. So I have gone to do 2 different people, not because I hated the first time around. I actually loved the first time around. Thing is, my original injector was having some issues and she wasn't in the office, and honestly I'm not a patient person. I need it like to be done right then and there. With my first injector, the pain level was about a 3 out of 10. Like, I definitely felt some poking and like maybe a little, like I was a little uncomfortable, but for the most part it was like super easy for me. Now the second time I went to Fix Me Up LA. This time I would rate the pain level maybe a 7 out of 10. It was pretty painful. I remember the first time around it was very easy. I had my eyes open and everything. My injector was Christine from Bellevue Medical, and located in Syringes. They also have a Costa Mesa location if you're from the OC area. She has been experienced for 15 plus years, so she's considered an expert injector. Not saying that my injector now doesn't know what she's doing, because she definitely knows what she's doing. It was just she has more experience, so I think she has different methods. So it really all depends on the injector and the type of numbing cream that they use on you. I did feel my lips really numb this time around, so I didn't think it was gonna be a big deal. She said this numbing cream was intense. I don't think I believed her up until now, because I can't feel anything. I can't feel a damn thing. But yes, it was a tearjerker. My eyes were watering. It was pretty painful, but they came out absolutely amazing. And honestly, it was like pain for 15 minutes and then it's like good for the rest of the year. So give or take, I would recommend both of them 10 out of 10. They are absolutely amazing and they know exactly what they're doing. I'll go ahead and link their Instagrams down below so you can give them a follow. The first time I got my lips filled, I used Juvederm XC, which is the most plumping formula. So you'll get bigger results faster. It is also the cheaper route to go. I don't want to say cheap because it's not cheap. It's still pricey, but it's a little bit more affordable than Volbella, etc., etc. The difference here is I believe she used Rustylane, which is a little bit more of a natural looking filler. It's not gonna look as like plump. Another good question, why did you choose filler? Okay. I know a lot of people probably think I got filler because it's like a trend or whatever to do right now. But lip filler is actually something that I've always thought about because although I have always liked my lips, I did this weird thing to where when I would talk, my top lip would kind of flip inwards and it was very uneven. And it just made me really uncomfortable talking on camera. It made me not want to do any YouTube videos. It made me not want to, I don't know, look at myself talk. Like, it was that bad. I was very, very insecure about it. And I feel like with my lip fillers now, my smile appears a lot bigger. It fits my face a little bit more. It even made my nose and my face look smaller overall. So can't complain about that. And yes, partially because it was a little bit more normalized, but this is something that I've actually been wanting for a very long time. I think this is something that I'm going to do for a while. I mean, maybe sometime in the future I'll decide to just keep it as is, but for right now I absolutely am in love with them and it boosted up my confidence 10 times more. So here we are. Let's see, price. That's a good one. So the very first time I got my lips filled, I believe the total for Juvederm was $550. And then they did have some special going on for the month. I believe it was like of April or May where you got $75 off and you also got $20 off if you allow them to use your photo for social media. So I got about $95 off. I can do makeup, I can't do math, but I'm gonna say it was around $455. So that was how much I had paid the first time around. This time, because I still had leftover filler from the previous year, I didn't need to go in with a full syringe. So she only did half. She actually didn't even use the entire half. She put a lot less than I expected her to use. I honestly thought I was going in there for a full one, but I'm glad I didn't have to. So I think her half syringe was $350, but she gave me a $50 discount because she didn't use the entire thing. But again, it all depends on how much you need and the type of med spa that you go to. The cool thing about these two med spas that I went to is they're associated with something called Brilliant Distinctions, which is pretty much a rewards program. So if you go in regularly for filler, Botox, or facials, whatever it may be, you start to earn points which will give you discounts, and the more you spend, the more money you save, obviously, in the long run. So I've always gotten a pretty nice discount. How long did it take to heal? Again, it fully heals at 2 weeks. Did experience swelling and bruising, and I think it was the second day that became a little bit more uncomfortable because you'll start to develop, and I don't know if this is with all filler, but I know it's definitely with Juvederm because the very first time I did it, I think because it stretched my lips out, you start to feel like a tiny bit of like a boulder, like something hard around the rim of your lips. So you can't really do this. It kind of hurts to smile sometimes. So the first 3 to 4 days you'll start like to experience that. Just a heads up, but it's very manageable. It's not something that's super painful and it's gonna like keep you up at night. It's fine, I promise. Last question is, how many syringes did you get before you were satisfied? So I think I already mentioned this because I tend to overspeak and I can't stay on one topic. So even after the first syringe, I was 100% satisfied. I knew I didn't have to go bigger, but again, it all depends on your lips, on your face, and what your end goal is. My lips, again, were already kind of full to begin with. It was just, it had a lot of volume loss. So whenever I did this, these would dip in, which was really weird, and whenever I would talk, they would curl in, if that makes sense. So that's why I didn't have too much of an issue. Even if they had just fixed that, it would be fine. Of course, I wanted to go a tad bit bigger because I love big lips, but after one syringe, I was perfectly fine. Right now, I'm gonna say I have about a full syringe still because I let my filler go down for about a year, and then I went in and got another half, or not even a full half. So one was fine with me. Again, you have to show your injector your end goal and get a quota, a low estimate of like how many you would need for that. And of course, you don't want to do it all at once. Always just do one first, let that settle in, and then you can go on. Like that is the biggest piece of advice for you. Don't go crazy because you think you want them huge. Start off little by little, and then you can work your way up if you're not satisfied still. But that pretty much concludes today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you to everybody who participated in this, and I hope I answered any questions that you might have had. If you have any more questions, feel free to list them down below. Comment them, DM me on Instagram, whatever it is. I am more than happy to help you guys and more than happy to answer any of the questions that I might have not answered on here. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this video so we can mess with the YouTube algorithm. And that is all. Thank you guys for sticking around. I'll see you guys for the next one. That's just what I do, and that's just how we do it, yeah, that's just how we do it.